Yeah.
Do you know the day this boy graduated from the 8th grade? He was killed as a backup pilot on
On the B-70?
B-70.
I didn't realize that was the day he graduated.
It was the very day.
Wow.
You know what his wife done?
Hmm.
Got all of her family together and they attended the graduation.
Oh, yeah? I had no idea.
They were.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They really.
They had a ceremony to give him his astronaut wings out
Right.
at Bryan. I don't know if you were
Yes,
there.
yes, I was out there.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah.
Okay. His son accepted him. That was
Right,
pretty
yeah, Jim
interesting.
McKay, or Jack McKay. I just, on this trip, I've been talking, McKay family, there's like 9 kids. I've been
Right.
talking with a lot of
Oh, yeah.
them, so I
Yeah, John was actually my boss for a while.
Okay. Okay. But, yeah, that was a great ceremony. I'm so
Yeah, it
glad they
was.
finally got the recognition for McKay, Dana, for Walker. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it took, of course, Spaceship One built out here in Mojave and stuff finally broke the X-15 altitude record set by Joe Walker. It took like 42 years to do it. So that was pretty cool. It's one of the longest standing records there is, I think. Yeah. So, yeah, but I went up, I talked to Grace Walker not too long ago. We did a nice interview and stuff. She didn't mention a thing about going to the graduation.
Well, she probably,
Yeah.
she probably wouldn't.
Yeah. That's pretty amazing. Yeah. 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 Yeah, so you've got a nice painting of the X-15 over there. I've never seen that one. Who did the
Yeah.
painting?
My sister had that, an artist do that for my dad for
Oh,
his
yeah?
birthday.
Oh, that's great, yeah. Oh, I'd love to take a picture of that later if you don't
That's the
mind.
one
Yeah.
with the,
Thank you.
without the XLR9.
Oh, yeah, it's got the original engines on
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's very cool, yeah. Yeah, it's hard to find good
Yeah,
paintings
yeah.
and stuff on the X-15s.
And that's not a certified painting.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
something
XLR
somebody
logo.
put together.
Yeah, yeah, it looks very nice. Yeah, I definitely want to take a closer look at that here a little later. Yeah, you got a great house there. I love your house.
I do too.
Can't beat the view and everything. How long have you been up here?
It's 72 or 3.
Oh, wow. Okay.
72 or 3?
Yeah.
I've been up here 31 years.
Yeah, we've been quite a
Yeah.
while.
Ah, very nice.
It
Yeah.
was later than I thought.
Yeah. Oh, here, I don't want to steal that away from you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, if I could ask both of you just a little bit of your background. You say you both were in the Navy together. What did you do in the Navy?
It was both, at that point in our life, we were both aircraft
Plane pushers.
plane pushers.
Oh, okay.
Yep, yeah,
Posters
then
made
on
planes.
a carrier and then,
Uh-huh.
during Korea, of course.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, after I was on the carrier a while, in 1953, we both went to school back in Norman, Oklahoma, and then in Memphis, Tennessee,
Mm.
became engine mechanics.
Okay.
And then we both went to squadrons in Hawaii.
Mm.
He went to VR-8, I went to VR-7,
Uh-huh.
and both stationed at Hickam Air Force Base.
Yeah. I know that's rough duty out in Hawaii. Yeah. What carrier were you on?
The USS Philippine Sea.
Oh, okay. Okay. My dad served on a carrier. It was one of the Jeep carriers. The Palau, I believe, was the name of it. Yes.
Named for battle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
here we are. There's the page that goes in.
Ah. Yeah.
Yeah, when they went to Hawaii, that's the year I was born.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I went with him for a little while.
There you go.
I don't remember it, but I was there.
Yeah. You had a chance to go
well,
back.
No.
Yeah, you
Oh.
followed
Yeah,
after,
when I was in the Navy, I went back
Oh,
for one
okay.
day.
after
Sure, we're all traveled,
we
so-
went there, and then you followed a few months
Yep.
Yeah.
later.
Oh yeah.
And that's where I and my wife were married.
Uh-huh.
I'd met her in Iowa, and then after been there a few months, she came over there to marry me. He was my best man.
Pretty cool.
And he closed the book on it.
His son was born there too.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Son was born there. Then when he and Dorothy married, we got to return the favor.
Ah.
Stood up with them when they married.
All right. So what brought you back to California and out to Edwards?
Him.
Ah.
Me, you know, that was, he lived here and he told me about the opportunities, you know, here and invited me by to take a look when I got discharged. We come and visited and looked to see what was available, and I ended up with a job with North American.
Oh, so you're with North American, not with NASA.
Okay, I was with North American for 5 years,
Uh-huh.
and then I went with NASA.
Oh, okay.
So I was with NASA for 30 years.
Okay. Where were you, up here at Edwards, or were you down at LAX?
I was at, with North American.
Yeah,
I was here at Palmdale,
okay.
and then Edwards.
Okay.
When I was working on the X-15, I was at Edwards.
Okay, yeah. Were you with North American on the X-15 and then transferred to
Yes.
NASA at that point?
Yep.
Okay. So you were in
That's
the early part of the program then?
Yeah, let's see, let me think.
What
back
years
to
were you with North
19
American?
From 1956 until 1961.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you were definitely there for all the development of the X-15, yeah.
Mhm.
Rolled out
That-
50.
So I
That you
was,
were with in town,
Uh-huh.
he was a part of that group.
Oh.
So was I. I mean, they were all,
Yeah.
that same group of people were the same group that we were in.
Uh-huh, okay. Now, did you work with North American also, or did you go straight to NACA at that time?
You know, neither one. I went to work for the Air Force.
Oh, okay, okay.
And if you think that the Air Force and the Navy, or I should say the Air Force and
NASA.
NASA didn't work together, I mean, we almost didn't talk to anybody else.
Yeah, yeah.
There was no exchange between anybody
Mhm.
on the program except the people that were working on the program. So that left that if you were an airplane weenie, that means that you talked to the aircraft weenie or the engine weenies, and that was us, and we had to talk to those guys. So that meant that I spent a great deal of my time in their hangar, and they spent a lot of time on my engine battle.
Okay. Now, when you were working on the X-15, and well, let me go back. For you, you were with NAA when they were building the X-15. Now, okay, but you were working upon. What was your job with North American at that time before you came to NASA?
Okay, several projects with NAA. I first went to work for them on the F-100 program.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, I got laid off for a while, went with Convair, which was a bad year, and then
Yeah.
back to North American again, and immediately when I went back the second time in 58, December of 58. And then in early part of 59, they sent me out to Edwards on the X-15 program when they were getting ready to make the first drop flights on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's up. So I was there for the first glide flight
Okay.
that Crossfield made.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now, were you were also out at Edwards at that time?
At that point, I was at Edwards.
Okay. Yeah, but you were still working for the Air Force side.
Well, let's put it this way.
But-
I had to put the engine in the test stand. We had to trim the engine in the test stand, make a cursory run, make sure everything clicked.
Mhm.
And then when it was time to fire the engine, Crossfield stepped into my place, I stepped back, and he ran the engine.
Okay, so you were in the cockpit getting everything all ready?
No, I was in the test stand.
Oh, I see, okay.
Okay.
The test stand and
the-
the cockpit were
Right, right.
interchangeable.
Okay.
The Air Force had the responsibility for the engines that
Okay.
went into the X-15.
Yeah.
The ones that powered it, even like the early XLR-11 engines, and then later on the XLR-99.
Okay. So when you moved over to NASA and stuff, you were both working on the engines? That was your basic responsibility, was the engines throughout the program?
His was.
Mhm.
Mine, I went into the what they called the fluid systems lab. We took, you know, the plumbing for the airplanes and
Okay.
stuff.
Rocket
We
shop.
worked on the
Yeah.
rocket shop, they call it.
Yeah, okay.
We would, when the engines were ready, we would receive the engine from the Air Force
Uh-huh.
and actually install it in the aircraft.
Oh, okay.
And then do the basic checks, you know, on the aircraft, and then take the aircraft, put it down on the test stand. They would surface it up and everything, and
Right.
run the engine, you know,
Yeah.
in the airplane. And then once all that was done, they'd take it out and made it to the B-52 and fly it.
Fly away, yeah. Now, were they doing engine runs before each one of the flights? Or did that change throughout the program where they didn't do as many
I think that
later?
pretty much sums it
Yeah,
up.
yeah, they done a test stand run before every flight.
Okay,
I
okay.
mean, it might be 2 weeks before the flight or
Right.
whatever, you know, it was, they considered the, recall back.
Pre-flight?
Was the engine run good for like 30 days
2 weeks anyway.
to at least
Yeah.
2 weeks?
Okay.
maybe.
So that was sort of like the final integration of the airframe, make sure the engine and everything worked together,
Yep.
and then they would prepare it for the flight.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah. Now, you say it usually happened within a 2-week time frame before a flight. What was, say, the closest? I mean, did you do like an engine run one day and then you might fly the next day, or was there usually at least a week or two between flights and engine
Well,
runs?
yeah, there's a lot of
I'd say
turnaround.
probably
Yeah.
probably 3 days to a week
Mhm.
after the engine run.
As a
was
minimum,
made it
yeah.
and do the actual flight.
When anything was done on the airplane and it was done outside, he was in on the program.
Mhm.
When anything was done on the airplane and it was done in preparation for something, it was generally done inside.
Okay,
That was my playhouse.
okay. Okay. Well, now, they also had, we had the propulsion system test article. It was, you know, the dummy X-15 basically, that you could mount the engine on the back, because I mean, not all the engine runs were done mated to an actual aircraft. That,
Yeah, that's what he
Right.
worked on. That's the
Right.
pictures you see there.
right. So I'm just wondering about how, if you have any idea, I mean, this may be a number that nobody knows, but I'm just curious about how often an engine would be run separately from the aircraft versus being installed in the aircraft.
Gosh, I made engine runs. I'm going to make a statement that is going to piss a lot of folks off. I have more throttle time
Mm-hmm. That's right.
than all other throttle pushers combined
Yeah?
because of what I did.
Mm-hmm.
I pushed the throttles both directions.
Well, every time the engine came out of the aircraft for maintenance and went over to their facility, and then it whatever they'd done to it, a complete overhaul or you know, whatever maintenance, it would go in the test stand for a run
Mhm.
before it, you know, come back to go in an aircraft.
Uh-huh.
So probably more. They ran the engine more in the test stand than they did in the aircraft, I'm sure.
Okay.
By much.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
great
but-
deal.
Well, somebody told me that the life of an engine was about maybe 1 hour total
About that.
runtime. Is that about right?
About that.
Yeah.
That's a good life expectancy, I'm sure. It wasn't. There was not very many individuals that could say I've got an hour of engine time. I can say that,
Yeah.
but there's an awful lot of folks that can't say that have run a lot of engines.
About how long would be an individual engine run?
6, 8, 10 seconds.
Okay, so they're fairly short runs. You
Yeah.
weren't running long. Did
You
you?
wanted to keep them down as low as possible.
Did you ever do full-length engine runs, like a 90-second run, like it would be on the airplane, or was that just unheard of?
I think I did one,
Okay. Okay.
but I'm sure it was everybody was gritting their teeth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you had a very unusual engine there. I mean, it was between the LR99, the LR 11s and stuff. I mean, those were some of the only rocket engines that were reusable at all. I mean, you usually always threw them away, so.
Incidentally,
Yeah.
you say LR and LR, it's not their XLR.
Okay, yeah. Well, it was XLR and then it changed to the YLR later on.
Well, they were YLRs, then they were back to XLRs, then
Oh,
they
yeah.
were YLRs. And that was a great deal of switching back and forth,
Mm-hmm.
just for, I guess, for the sake
Well,
of,
Nothing changed on the
Yeah.
engines except
Yeah,
the.
just the
what you
designation,
call the
yeah.
except the
designation.
name out front.
Okay,
Still the same.
Is that the Air Force designation? Was that the reason they did that?
If you want to see the Air Force designation on it, go down to that museum in Boron, and you'll see it down there.
all right.
That's about as cockeyed as you can get.
Oh, yeah. What is this museum in Boron?
Yeah, it's in the main street of Boron.
Oh, okay, I've never been down
Oh,
there.
really?
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth seeing.
Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
been there, so
Yeah.
what-
You got an F4 parked in front of it.
Oh, yeah? Okay. I'll have to go up there sometime, yeah.
There's nothing in the front of that thing that would give you any indication that it's authentic either.
Nah. Yeah. Well, they have a real nice museum there at Edwards that
Right.
Doug Nelson runs out there. And they have the XLR 11s and the 99s are both there on display and stuff. Yeah.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Excuse me for,
Oh, not a problem. Yeah. So were you both on the program all the way through the end of the program?
yeah.
yeah.
So they were
Yeah,
from
was.
beginning to end. That's
Mhm.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I was there when we serviced the airplane to try and get the 200th
Oh
flight.
yeah, yeah. When it snowed.
Yep. Done it, serviced the airplane in a snowstorm.
Oh boy.
I
Yeah.
ain't figured that out yet. Was God telling us something?
Yeah.
Don't go.
Yeah.
Well, they wanted that 200th flight so bad.
Oh, yeah.
and it just
Afraid I don't blame him a little bit.
beyond.
Yeah. That's what Paul Bickle told me when I interviewed him many years ago, and he talked about that. He said that I guess he was down in the control room, and of course, the guys out in the aircraft, and the control room, they couldn't see what was going on outside, and somebody finally tells him down there, well, you know it's snowing out here. And Bickle finally said, yeah, somebody's trying to tell us something. I think it's time to stop. Yeah, we're done, yeah. Because they tried to get that last flight off so many times,
Yeah,
and
they
just
did.
always something went wrong. It was like,
Well-
yep, that's enough, yeah.
You know it's
There
snowing
was
out
even
here.
a suggestion from Bill Dana
Mhm.
that they launch the airplane at Cuddyback, which was the closest to Edwards, and
Yeah.
just make a short flight just
Yeah.
to do the.
Just to get that 200.
Yeah, and they said no, it's not been practiced.
Yeah.
That's not gonna.
Oh, boy. Now, did you work on other programs concurrent to that? If you were in the rocket shop, were you also
Yeah.
doing the XLR 11s for the lifting bodies and things like that?
Lifting bodies we did. There was 3 of those.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And as long as we had engines to play with, they made sure we had something to do.
Uh-huh.
And then they built 3 NF 104s
Oh,
for
yeah.
the 104.
Uh-huh.
So we had a lot to do with that.
What was the rocket engine designation for the 104, the NF 104? You remember?
XLR 63.
63. Okay. Okay.
Well, you're making a liar out of me too, I bet.
Oh,
Huh?
X, XLR 63.
I don't know. Now that's
Oh,
one
it's- oh, I had to
program
look
I
at-
didn't have. That
Okay.
was all on the Air Force side. So
Uh-huh. Yeah, curiosity too. Just I know obviously we've seen times when the X-15 was down at the test stand and did the engine runs. I don't ever remember seeing any photos of things like the lifting bodies. Did they actually bolt those down at the test stand and fire the engines there too?
I have no idea. No idea.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never
Mm.
seen that.
All I did was rebuild
No, they
engines on
weren't.
that.
Okay.
They weren't done at the same place. We actually done those down at the NASA facility, right?
Hmm.
Yeah,
What?
that just was a
I
little
forget.
incident.
Where did you run? I forgot where they run the 11 engines.
Well, you ran them on my test stand.
Okay.
That's all I can remember.
Okay, and
the
then
same-
then the engine runs in the airplane. They were made right at the NASA facility.
Okay. Okay.
Tied the airplane
Never-
down and.
Never asked them the questions before.
Yeah.
That never occurred to me to ask them.
Yeah.
We build the engines up, run out and run them up and stick them in the can.
Yeah.
Come and get your engines.
Okay. Were either of you out at the test stand on the day the number 3 aircraft incident happened when they blew up the engine there?
I was in Dayton, Ohio. No, I was in, I was in New Jersey when that happened.
Oh, were you back at Reaction Motors?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't there. I was with North American at the time, and I believe that they had me on another program at Palmdale
Okay.
when that happened.
Yeah.
So.
The on that short runway.
What?
Did they still have you on that short runway?
No.
Um,
I was on the Vigilante program at that
Oh,
time.
yeah.
So.
Remember that? Okay.
You
Yeah.
ever see pictures of his short runway?
No, no.
That long.
That long? That's pretty big runway
They
there.
had an F. Yeah, they put an F-100 as on a back of a semi,
Okay.
Flatbed trailer,
Uh-huh.
and put a booster on the bottom of the F-100 and tied the thing
Oh,
down there, and then run the engine up to full afterburner and lit the rocket, solid propellant rocket, and when everything was up to thrust, it was enough to break the bolts.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
about that shorter run. And
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the JADO and the RADO?
yeah, JADO.
Okay, yeah. Where was that little mini runway? Where was that at?
South Bay.
It
Was it on South Base?
Tented on
Yeah.
South Bay.
Okay. Yeah.
You had one mounted on the back of a truck. You had, I remember that one mounted on the back of a truck was super interesting. Most of these things I get to see because I'd come down to see him and he'd take me around it, and if I had something interesting, I'd bring him over and he'd look at it, but we didn't work together in that aspect. We always were around one another.
Yeah.
In fact, most everybody that worked out there thought we were brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they thought that we were related.
No, that's probably
They
right.
still do.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They still do.
So you guys have known each other, what, about 60-some years or something?
Pretty close to
Older
that.
more than I'm old, so.
Yeah.
Okay. 1952, so how long has that been?
Okay, well, a
100
little over
years.
50, yeah.
3 years.
I got to
50.
pull out of my holy.
Oh,
I'm
you want-
sorry.
What's the matter?
Okay.
What's the matter, Dad?
I'm overheated.
Mm,
Oh,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
gonna show your
It
muscles.
is a little warm.
There you go. Yeah.
Boy, I've not been a happy person the last week or so.
Yeah. Yeah. I know anytime you get sick and taking all the pills and everything else, my wife has a lot of medical problems, so I know I've gone through a lot of that. She had a stroke and so many other
wow.
things. So
That's-
I had to deal with all that. But she's doing really good though. Yeah, she had open heart surgery a couple years
Ooh.
ago.
Oh,
Yeah, I give you the whole list, but yeah. So, yeah, I know how painful it can be for going through, treatments and such. Yeah.
So I assume you took that stuff out of the oven?
Well, I took one out, the other one is.
Am I gonna smell it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not quite done.
Yeah. So now, just quickly to go past the X-15 program, after the program was over, what programs did you work on after that? What was the rest of your career out there?
Okay. You,
Wow. Well, anything that NASA was doing, he was involved in, and anything the Air Force was doing, I was involved in, and they were generally in that.
but after that, you went up to the rocket base, didn't you?
the lab,
Rocket site?
yeah.
Oh,
You
to,
spent the rest of your time up there.
Yeah.
I spent from 1969 until 19. No. I spent till 1970 up at the Rocket Lab.
Okay.
There's so much wrong with that.
Well, you went down and worked in the weight and balance hangar for a while.
Oh, is that what it was?
And then you went back to the rocket lab.
Okay.
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 Was
You
this,
worked on aircraft there somewhere. I don't know when you worked on the airplane.
Well, there's about a 76, 78 time frame there that I worked on the airframe and power plant.
mhm.
I worked weight and balance,
Okay.
which was probably as eye-opening a thing as I've ever done.
Oh, yeah, why is that?
Mhm.
Well, first off, I didn't know airplanes had that many damn parts on them.
Okay.
And sometimes they grow to gargantuan proportions. In fact, they get to so big a proportion that they have their own systems by themselves that have to have their own weight and balance.
Uh-huh.
And that's kind of a striker. You don't expect that.
Uh-huh.
No, the F-111 is a good example.
Yeah.
You have 2 escape capsules. You've got
Mhm.
2 of everything there.
Yeah. That was a very complicated aircraft, yeah.
So you launch one airplane, and it'll make any difference if you launch 2 or not. Or
Yeah.
not one airplane, but one canopy.
Mm-hmm.
You launch that canopy, this canopy don't have to launch.
Mm-hmm.
You can stay there.
Yeah.
Theoretically, of course.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't have any idea that anybody ever did such a thing.
Yeah.
But it was configured in such a fashion that it could be one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it was,
Yeah.
1, 2.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely didn't want to stick with the aircraft that the other guy had left.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, when the X-15 program come to an end, it was shortly after that they put me on a B-57 program. We had
Okay.
a couple of different things they were running on that. One was clear our turbulence,
Mhm.
trying to detect
Yeah.
clear our turbulence with the airplane and actually see if they could
Yeah.
run the airplane through it,
Mhm.
detect it, and then run it through it and measure it.
Uh-huh.
And then we done the drop tests for the Viking
Okay.
down at El Centro.
Oh, okay.
So the parachute tests
All right.
for that.
He had a great deal more
Then
fun
after
than I did.
then after that, they put me on the F-104
Mhm.
program. The NASA had two-seater 104s, the G models.
Mhm.
And, besides, chase aircraft for the test, they've done some testing on that, some zero-G testing for metallurgy and also remote control from the aircraft for
Oh.
other
Uh-huh.
pilotless aircraft they were testing.
Uh-huh.
And then from the 104, I went over to the F-18 Hornet for the HARV, the high angle
Oh,
attack
yeah.
testing.
Right.
Crewed that airplane until I retired.
Okay.
I went to work for the Rocket Lab,
Mm-hmm.
and that lab had so many facets it looked like an octopus. And some of the things that they did was make fluorine in a capacity in an era and an incline that they could use it in a laser-fired mode, which is what they're doing today, was what we were doing then, except that it was Model T Ford days then.
Yeah.
And I got to look at that the other day. This guy here is the chief leader of the mind is nuts. He's the chief leader of the airborne laser.
Okay.
And
Who's that, Dad?
Huh?
Who is that?
Wish we hadn't asked. Rainwater.
Oh,
I don't know what his
it's his father-in-law, right?
Hmm.
Did
his
you-
father-in-law. Yeah.
Right, it's the neighbor's father-in-law, so he's talking.
Oh,
Okay.
Dennis's father-in-law?
Yeah, Dennis's
Oh,
father-in-law.
okay.
Here's a funny thing about that. Dennis is the old man's name, but the old man before that doesn't have a Dennis name.
Hmm.
And the next guy after that has got a Dennis name, and then the girl, who I don't know where they got this girl. She's a lovely creature.
Yeah.
Her name is Sheremy.
Sure.
Cherami?
Cherami.
That's an interesting name.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So I worked with Rainwater's grandfather. All the way back to the XLR-11 days.
Ah.
The guy's dead now.
Hmm. Now, when you were working on the XLR-11s, were you also in like the X1, X2 programs?
No, they didn't work too much together like that.
Okay.
Reason being, we were pretty limited on people,
Uh-huh.
and they pretty well had to get one out when you brought one in, and so you had a lot of changeover.
Hmm.
We had, oh, these guys over here are going to start this. Well, hell, what are we going to do? We'll just bide your time. You'll be in it.
Yeah.
So we, work a year at what we were doing or so, and they'd work at what they were doing, and then eventually, we'd get into it with both feet.
Mm.
Mhm.
And
And I went to NASA after the X1 program.
Yeah.
It was all before my time there.
Ah, yeah.
so after we built airborne laser gases and hardware and a number of other foolishmen, lots of foolishmen, we built a lot of hardware, battleship type hardware. We'd launch stuff from, very short, not intentionally. And some of that stuff you were looking at there was a result of it. There's 50,000-pound thrust engines there.
Mhm.
And they weren't happy with the 50,000 pounds, so we went to 100,000 pounds on some of it. It's just by putting two
Oh, okay. Yeah.
two together.
Mm-hmm. What's your most vivid memory that you can think of on the X-15? Your favorite moment during your time on the X-15? Anything stands out for you? Some incident that happened or something like that?
Everything we did was outstanding.
Yeah. Well, that's
There wasn't anything that we did do that wasn't really meant to be outstanding, I guess.
yeah.
So just to be a present and be there was a wonderful thing for us.
Yeah. Very cool. What about yourself? Anything that comes to
Well,
mind?
I think after servicing the aircraft, and then sometimes part of the crew would fly uprange in case they had an engine
Mhm.
shutdown or something. They had to land at one of the
Mhm.
uprange lakes or get back to the shop,
Yeah.
and then listen to the flight on the on the radio,
Mhm.
and then when you hear launch the airplane, and then a couple of seconds later, when it come over, good light, and they were off and running. That was always just a just a rush, and just
Yeah.
we did it, and it's
And
they're
generally,
off and running and going good.
Yeah.
and it was generally visible.
Mhm. Well, that was another question I have, is if you were able to go out, and how much were you able to see from where you were at of a flight?
I don't know
Well,
how much
when
is
they have,
much, but
yeah, from the you know, the TV system, we could see the launch and
So that was
stuff, and
downlink
then-
to Edwards, you could actually watch that from Edwards.
well, actually on a TV set, you know.
Yeah.
The cameras
Right.
there
Yeah.
at Edwards. And then, of course, we'd go outside and, you know, watch them come in. When they're gonna land, we could always see them, you know, landing on a lake bed.
Yeah,
the time they launched till the time they retrieved was 10 minutes.
uh-huh, yeah,
And it was a blood churning thing, let's put it that way.
okay,
It kept you going.
uh-huh,
And then, of course, you know, a few times when they didn't get a light or had an engine shut down or something, you were gonna have an uprange landing, you know, that was
That was a real
always, you know, okay, now we gotta do it.
yeah,
We gotta,
yeah.
so,
Did either of you ever go uprange after one of the emergency landings to support?
yeah, a couple of times I was.
Okay, now which lakes did you go up to?
Let's see, okay, one emergency landing on Mud Lake, and the other one I went on was at Cuddyback.
Okay. Yeah. Do you remember anything
Okay.
specific about those flights, about the when you were up there, what the experience was like up there?
The one at Mud Lake was pretty much a straightforward, you know, recovery. The one at Cuddyback was when John McKay landed, and then he was running off the end of the lake and out
Oh,
into
yeah.
the desert,
Yeah.
and just getting rid of the canopy before he went out there.
Yeah, I've
We're-
seen pictures of that.
Here we, you know, we get there, and here's the airplane sitting about 300 yards out into the
Mm-hmm.
sand and the sagebrush and stuff. All in, you know, all intact. The airplane wasn't
Mm-hmm.
damaged or anything. You just, you know,
Yeah,
it's tough airplane, tough
yeah.
fuselage thing.
What was your actual job when you went up there to help recover the airplane? What were you supposed to be doing there?
I
Service-
mean, we'd go in and get rid of the fuel
Okay.
and purge the engine
Yeah.
and the APUs and things like that. Just make the airplane safe to be able to get in and for 'em to pick it up and load it on a truck
Okay.
and get it home.
About how long would it take to do something like that?
I think it would probably take us about 4 or 5 hours to, you know, have the airplane all purged out and stuff, and then however long it took them to get cranes in there and something to pick
Right.
it up with, and
Yeah. Yeah.
that might take a couple of days if
Mm.
it was just if it was on the lake bed and they had that wouldn't take
Yeah.
long. Get
Yeah. Now was
a
it
couple of cranes in there and pick it up and just set it on a flatbed truck and
right, drive it home?
haul it home.
Yeah. Now was your job at the emergency lake bed pretty much the same as what you would do after a regular landing, as far as purging the aircraft, things like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Okay.
You know, I mean, unless you had a
Yeah.
accident of some type.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Which,
And us, they didn't let us out of the cage.
Oh yeah. So you didn't get to go up range?
Nope,
Ah.
or anyplace else.
Yeah.
We stood there and watched everything, and that was the best we could do.
Yeah. Yeah. What was your job after an aircraft landed? Was there anything specific, or the things you were doing were a different cycle than?
Had nothing to do with what they were doing.
Okay. Yeah.
Build them another engine, or start uncanning one to put in the airplane, or build another whatever they needed.
Mm-hmm.
And that was generally announced before the flight was even flown that we needed a this or that.
Yeah.
So, like I said, us monkeys didn't get let out very often.
You remember about how many engines were involved in the program? the XLR11s and the XLR99s? About how many there were manufactured?
Well, best I remember, there were about a dozen XLR 12s. I have a vaguest idea of how many XLR 11s there were. No clue at all.
Okay. They've been around for quite a long time. They've been used
Yeah,
since
they-
the
they've
40s, yeah.
They've been in a music hall. They've been stuck in a museum for, my goodness, 20 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Just shortly after Dean got me the job at NASA, they accessed those engines that are given to museums or whatever.
Right.
And I had to go in there and inventory them, so I took all these cans out, was going through the paperwork, and saw my dad's name on all that paperwork, and it was kind of interesting.
All right. All right. And most of those engines I heard are still out. They're under the control of the museum out there or something. That.
You know, I don't know, but I do.
Yeah.
This was back in '79 or '80 when we accessed what I think there's only 6 of them that we accessed.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know where the rest of them are.
Okay.
So, on the 99, what they have, was it something like 9 or 12 engines that were built?
Total?
Yeah,
Yeah.
production engines, flight
12,
engines?
12.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They had number 12, number 13. Number 13, I think, was the man that had all the big engines in it,
Hmm.
and all the time on it. I've forgotten how much time it had, but it was well over an hour, or well close to an hour. And that's the one I ran more than anything. It's gotten more time run on it than any single other engine you could name. And I noticed it documented other places a lot more carefully than I've documented it. But and I can't remember the name of it either. XLR something or other. 13.
Okay.
Did you get a fellow by the name of Wade Martin?
Yes, just talked to him yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
There's all your brain power right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, he was able to fill in a lot of stuff for me. He was really great to talk to. So.
He's got a fantastic memory.
Uh-huh.
That's the first thing.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know how the hell he does that. He can remember things. I could probably ask him for a clearance on something or other in a control box, and he'd bark it at me. And then look at me like, "What's the matter with you? Ain't you dumb?"
Yeah. Yesterday I talked to him, and I talked to John McTeague.
Oh, yeah, John.
Yeah. John had one of the more unusual artifacts. It's like you have your throttle from the engine test stand. He had what he called his paperweight. It's one of the landing skids for the X-15.
Oh, really?
Oh,
The thing weighs about
yes.
80 pounds or so.
The landing
Oh, yeah.
skid?
Yeah, one of the, like this.
Skid.
Yeah.
What?
He's still got one of those sitting around.
Take 2 pieces
He
of
drug
paper,
it
pick
out
it
there.
up.
Here, you want to see my paperweight? Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen some interesting things before, but that was definitely the biggest artifact I've seen before.
Did you say these throttles were matched to each engine, or so each engine had their own throttle?
Oh.
What happens is the engines that are buried into the control room, or the control box itself, were matched to the engines that were buried into the control box on the throttle station. In other words, on the engine. So wherever the engine's throttle box went, the engine and its throttle box went. Everything was together.
I had no idea of that.
Oh,
Yeah, I would just figure they just plug it in or whatever.
No.
Yeah. Oh, that's
No,
interesting.
that's why I got one, I guess. They found one that they didn't have a mate for, and so they gave it to me.
Well, Alan Dustin held this for years for you.
Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
I thought it was too. I sat there and bawled like a baby when they gave me that.
Yeah. Now, if they just give you the engine to hook up to it,
Well, I'd have a hot rod out there of some
there
sort.
you go. Yeah, great way to heat your house during the winter time. Yeah.
You know, one of his favorite times, I can tell you, that he didn't mention was he took me out on the last engine run on the test stand.
Oh
That
yeah.
was 1968, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So he actually took me out there. I was in the blockhouse and all that. It was very interesting.
Wow. Tell me about your experience that day. What was it like? Did you?
Well, I was
A lot of sound,
I was a young, chubby kid then.
Okay.
That's before I got skinny again. But I went out there and some of the NASA guys were even there. I think Walt Booth was there for some reason. I don't know why I remember that.
Yeah, well,
But they were threatening me to put them in they're all in their rubber suits. And they're sweating. It was hot out there
Oh, yeah.
when they're servicing
Good.
and peroxide and whatever else they
Yeah.
service.
leak checking, you had to go out in the suits
Exactly.
and stuff with the
Right.
pumps
Well,
running.
they
and
threatened to
stuff.
put me in there to lose some weight. You wouldn't let him do it.
Oh, darn.
But, I was just, I think I was like 13, maybe 12 or 13, I can't remember, but we went out there and the mock diamonds is what I was mostly impressed with.
Yeah.
I asked him, what are those things? Because you see the mock diamonds
yeah.
going out, it was really interesting.
Oh, your engine-generated mock diamonds?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
they are impressive.
Yeah.
You got any movies of them?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, and the noise was incredible. I was in the blockhouse though, and it was
You were actually in the blockhouse.
the
Yeah.
whole earth was rumbling.
Uh-huh.
It was pretty impressive for somebody my age.
Yeah. Any idea? Can you give me any clue about what kind of sound level it was? How?
Well, I was in the blockhouse, so you more felt it than actually heard
so you get a
it.
lot of vibration. through the whole
Absolutely.
place. Yeah.
I mean, the ground was rough, but the Air Force guys were out there in their fire trucks, parked a little bit of ways. But and I remember asking him how noisy it was out there. I don't remember what the answer was, but I knew that it must have been really
Well,
loud for them.
if we were outside, we were, at least 500 feet away.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I was never outside.
And
Yeah.
wearing ear protection, of course.
Yeah. I know Wade said that he always said that it was the loudest engine he ever heard, and he
Oh,
heard some of the
they-
stuffs up at the rocket lab and
Well,
everything.
If they were running it, we were down at the, a mile and a quarter or so, the NASA facility from where
Yeah.
the test stand was for the engines, and whenever they run it, we could hear
You've
it
been to
there.
the
It was,
test stand, right?
Yeah.
Had the blockhouse.
Yeah.
Well, you seen how thick it was.
Oh yeah.
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 You
Yeah.
notice how it was built?
Hmm.
Well, it has a layer of concrete built into a little capsule,
Uh-huh.
and that's completely surrounded by a layer of sand,
Mm.
and it's totally, it's not classified as a part of the next building. It's not,
Part of the structure.
yeah, there's no structural strength between the inner building and the outer building.
Oh, okay.
But there's all this sand in between it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I don't know how they sealed it, but they did. I don't remember it ever leaking sand.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I can't get my shit together today to save me.
you're doing very well.
How
Okay.
did you saw that you used you had a periscope, right? Just to watch the motor?
Mm-hmm.
And was it on TV too, or?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the TV.
Yeah, we'd have it on
the
monitors.
TV was almost always.
Yeah, I remember seeing pictures inside. You could
Yeah.
see the monitors and stuff.
Right.
That TV was about 1.5, I think it was, something like that. It wasn't a great powerful thing, but
Yeah.
it was better than your naked eye.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's really funny. I saw. Who the heck took the roll down the runway with got his eye all mashed up?
Oh, Bruce Peterson.
Bruce Peterson,
Bruce
yes.
Peterson.
Yeah.
I saw him mash his eye through that scope,
Hmm.
and that was just the most devastating thing in the world.
Oh, yeah.
That was something I'd really rather not have seen.
Oof. Yeah.
Knowing what had happened,
Yeah.
if I'd been, away and not understanding it, that would have been a different story. But I understood it, and that bothered me a lot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I have a picture of somebody using the periscope. I should have brought it up with me. I have no idea who the person was that was standing there. It looks like some Air Force guy, and it looked like the weather was not great because it looked like he had a raincoat on or something. I mean, the shot, it makes him look like he's an old U-boat commander.
Yeah.
More than anything,
Oh.
he's got his service cap on and the raincoat and stuff, and it looks for all the world like he's in a
Was
U-boat.
it the peroxide suit he had on?
I don't know. It's possible. Yeah. The picture's actually a little dark and stuff. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's got that World War II quality to it. It's really unusual. Like that. No, this is X-15 time. So.
That don't sound like X-15 XLR 11 peroxide. That
Yeah.
would have been a white suit.
Okay, yeah, this was definitely a dark. It was dark. As I say, it looked like a raincoat.
Oh.
Yeah, it looked like a dark raincoat, like a service raincoat, yeah, green or blue or something like that. Probably, you know, the picture's obviously in black and
Would
white.
you give
so.
me 2 yellow pills, please?
Yeah, if they got
Poor kid, put him on the spot. His mama will get him.
Ah. So, what are your basic impressions of the X-15 program? How did you feel about the program? What it was accomplishing? What it was leading to? Things like that.
Well, when I went out to, NASA on North America and then NASA, it was really an impressive program, and one of the prestigious programs that were being done at the time, and just I felt really really honored and
Are these the yellow ones?
proud to be a part of it.
Is that what you're talking about?
Two of those. I'll use 2 of the smaller ones.
Okay, well, these, I don't know what
It
these
was
are.
on the,
They're yellow though. They're,
on the
they're-
cutting
they're
edge of
tiny
going
ones?
into space.
There's a little tiny yellow one.
Yeah.
They look going there.
Oh yeah, the horse going out there. Yeah,
I like that.
it looks like fun.
You'll have to forgive my lack of intelligence today. I don't have any.
So I can only imagine what you're going through with medications and all that stuff. I really appreciate you spending the time with me today.
I wish I just had enough intelligence to be intelligent.
Yeah.
Well, I'm serious about that. I don't have any today. I'm just, blah.
Ah.
I personally think you're doing well. So,
Yeah, but then you know how shitty I've been doing lately, too.
Ah.
all right.
Yeah. Did you have any thoughts you wanted to share about just the program itself, what it was like to work on it, what it was accomplishing for the nation?
Those guys couldn't hardly wait to go to work.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. Lots and lots of fun. I just couldn't replace it with any other rhetoric. It's just fun.
Yeah.
Let's get after this thing.
The ones for nausea?
Yeah, just
Nausea?
reiterate what
No.
Jim said. It was
I'll come in there.
fun to go to work,
Yeah.
and just good people to to work with,
Uh-huh.
and when you can enjoy your job and enjoy the people that you work with, which I did. I just consider myself blessed.
Yeah. Well, I've heard that from so many people out there. They said it was like, a second family, whatever, that everybody was having a great time. You never found anybody that was working on the program that didn't want to be there.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get much interaction with the pilots at all? Were they coming down, when they were running the engines or anything like that? Get a chance
Well,
to...
that's the one of the things we always had was interaction with the pilots. Become friends with them, especially when you worked on both. If you went out on the flight line and they were, come out and do their proficiency flights and stuff like that, and you got to know them, and become friends with them. I become very good friends with Bill Dana.
Oh, okay.
He's just a tremendous person.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Any impressions you have about the guys that you work with, the pilots and things that were out there?
Well, all of them, just excellent pilots.
Yeah.
Proficient
Uh,
pilots. I would get in an airplane with any of them and go anywhere at any time.
Yeah.
It was just.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they seem to be a pretty good bunch of people. Yeah, Bill Dana's really been nice. I've interviewed him several times. Yeah.
Who's the interview?
Bill Dana.
Bill Dana.
Yeah, I've talked to him several times. So many of the people I've come back and talked to, several times. And I'm sure when I actually get into the physical writing of the book and stuff, I'm be going through and it's like, there's some question I got to check on. So I'm sure I'll be coming back and talking to people again and again on these little details, trying to get it as much
Well, we were
correct as
close
possible.
to help to use your telephone.
Yeah, well, as I say, I always
And
appreciate
that's-
that. Yeah.
Bill Dana is about as nice a person as you'll want to meet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I used to carpool with him.
Oh, okay.
But the worst, you recording this, the worst
Yeah.
ass chewing I ever got was by Bill Dana.
Oh, yeah.
That was what?
Was by Bill.
Well, if you had it coming, he could do it.
What
And I
bad
did,
thing did you do?
Well, he was flying on 104 and they have, the stab has to be in a certain position for takeoff. And you have a button you can push
Yeah,
and it will center and your green light comes on.
okay.
Apparently it was misrigged and I was a rookie and the guy I was with, we did the check, you put the input into the nose where the gyro moves rapidly and then stab will kick down so you can't maneuver the aircraft.
Okay.
So it doesn't, I guess what it does, it will blank out the stab if you pitch up too fast.
Uh-huh,
So that was to prevent it, so it would actually kick the stab back down.
okay.
Well, apparently, it was misrigged and the pilot just came in fluid and he centered it like they usually do and got the green light, but the stab was pointing down. So when he was rolling down the runway, he pulled back and nothing happened. He let go of this, pushed the stick forward and the nose lifted up. So he hit the skids and the chute comes out and comes back and take his tobacco out and threw it in the ground.
Well,
Started off
you know, that was the airplane had just come out of phase inspection over at Luke Air Force Base.
No, this is-
Lockheed done it over there.
Yeah, but this is the one that Fitz just flew. Fitz just
Okay,
parked it.
yeah.
Yeah, we fueled it,
Yeah,
and the guy I was with he was there longer than me, and I asked him, man, that don't look right to me.
yeah,
And I should have stopped it too, but,
Yeah. yeah.
Anyway, that's my story, Bill.
Well, yeah, but anyway, they misrigged it over there. They were having problems with it when the airplane was going at it, and they went in and done a minor adjustment on it, and the real problem with the aircraft was in the stability augmentation system, where one half of it had went out. And is that the same one? No, trim for takeoff. They just misrigged the trim for takeoff switch, and it was
Yeah.
actually in the trim motor.
But
That's
even
what the problem was.
when you centered it where it's supposed to be, the light would come on. But you can actually put it in full
Well-
nose, full nose,
Yeah,
up.
when it was, full
Yeah, when you
full
can
nose
turn
up
green
when they had, and it hit the switch light again, which indicate that it was trim for takeoff, but the stab was, full nose up.
Dean has lots of stories about 104s, don't you?
Yeah,
Can I ask you some questions?
If
sure.
I can,
Do you live in Lake Forest, California?
Yes.
Do you know Dr. Bill's his name?
I don't know.
Randy Peters?
Mm-mm. Yeah. Was he
He's a
living
friend
in
of
Lake Forest?
mine. He's been a friend of mine for 40 years.
Ah,
He lives in Forest Hills.
Oh, Forest Hills, okay, yeah.
Lake Forest.
Lake Forest, yeah.
Jesus, here I go again, off on a tangent.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's down in Orange County. I live not too far from where the old El Toro Marine Base used to be. We're just below that, right where the 5 and 405 comes together and you head on down to San Diego.
Jesus.
That's
Yeah.
where I'm at, yeah. So, yeah.
Some more stupid.
Yeah. Nice little area, a long way away from here, but yeah, I love coming up here. and
Yeah,
stuff.
but it was worth the effort up to here in my estimation.
Yeah,
Of course, I wouldn't have worked in Orange County either.
yeah.
But
Yeah, I've lived down there for quite a while, yeah. But, yeah, I'm a California native and stuff, so, but not Orange County originally. I went there after I got out of the service and stuff, so.
this 15 project, is that it's a project put together by a lot of folks to get the project underway and finance it, or it's not a single
No, the X,
Workers.
no, this is the X-15 project, specifically the X-15.
Is that right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I thought there was a whole group of people that
Oh,
were,
no,
okay.
no, I'm the only one working on this project, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah, this one's all mine. Yeah, we've done about 60 some odd interviews over the years and stuff with many different people, and
Well, great.
so it's got a lot of stuff, a lot of hours of recording and things in there.
You
And,
got a lot of work ahead of you still.
oh yes, oh yeah, yeah. And say we did the.
Well, I want to read your book, but I hope I live long enough.
I hope so too. I hope so too. Well, the plan for the book right now, and this is one of the things I'm actually glad we actually have a deadline now, because this has been a project for a long time. I actually started it over 20 years ago,
My gosh.
but my wife ended up with all these medical problems, so sort of everything sort of got on hiatus for a while, you know. And literally about 15 years did nothing on it, and then started back again on it about summer of 2003, a couple of years ago, and really started getting into it again. And now
Excuse me.
my deadline is that I want the book to be out in time for the 50th anniversary of the first X-15 flight, which will be summer of 2009. So I figure I've got to be done by about summer 2008 or so, have it to the publisher. So I've got about a little over 2 years to finish it off. This is from Canon. A friend of mine works at Canon, and he actually arranged for me to get this one here. So yeah, so it's been real good. I've been using this for about 3 or 4 years now, something like that. So
I have a Sony that I really enjoy, but it's cheap. Well, it ain't cheap either, but it's not expensive like that.
no, yeah.
Well, when your book is out and you have a book signing, I would like to come and get a.
Okay, well, I
Book
appreciate
sign.
that. Well,
If you
I'll
do,
definitely try to
yeah.
contact as many people as I can get a hold
Okay.
of that I've interviewed and stuff, and let them know when the book does come out. I'm assuming they're hopefully going to have some sort of an event out here at Edwards for the 50th anniversary. We'll have to see what happens with that.
Wouldn't that be fun?
And if I'm lucky, maybe they'll invite me to come out for that, so we'll
Good.
get to see everybody.
Very
I'll
good.
see if make sure you're on the list.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, he can do that.
There you go, yeah. So you still work out there, or?
Right, I work for the shuttle program down in
Okay.
the landing facility there.
Okay.
Area A, we call it.
Okay, for the mate demate facility
That's
area,
correct.
things like that, yeah.
I'm the assistant manager down there now.
Okay, yeah. As what was it? One of the guys on TV one time, he called it the mater demater.
Yeah.
It was Jules Bergman or something gave it that name
Well,
one
hey,
time.
that-
Yeah.
Good description.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting little facility out there. And then they had the one down at Palmdale.
Yeah.
That was the portable one.
Right,
Yeah.
Derek, right.
What'd they call it?
I don't think they ever gave that one an official name.
There's the Derek.
Yeah, the Derrick, yeah. Yeah. So they used that out of White Sands the one time, and then
Right.
yeah, then just put it up pretty much permanently there
No,
at
they didn't.
Palmdale. For,
No, they didn't take that one to White Sands, did
Took
they?
a Derek system, yes.
yeah.
I thought they'd done it with cranes at White Sands.
Well, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe they did do it with the cranes. I thought.
I did, my recollection is
Yeah.
that
I thought they
did it
took
with
that- I took
cranes
that.
at White Sands.
I thought they took that system down there for that. Yeah.
Did they?
That was one of
They
the
may have.
reasons they didn't mind so much going to White Sands, because it gave them a chance to test all the
Right.
things out to see if all that stuff would work. Yeah.
They don't really want to go again.
Yeah, yeah, I heard it was a real mess down there for still getting that sand out of the systems and stuff
Oh,
down there.
boy.
Yeah,
You know that isn't sand,
yeah,
like you know it's sand.
yeah. The gypsum.
Talcum powder.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been down there a few times. I watched the shuttle train craft does a lot of touch and goes
Right.
down there. Do a lot of the training there. So I've been down there watching that.
We're gonna do night flights here at the end of the month.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
the training aircraft.
Okay.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, at White Sands or?
No,
Here at Edwards. Yeah.
Well, they'll have nice, beautiful weather to do it in.
Yeah.
we got the new xenon lights. They're 1 billion candle power each.
Yeah. A lot brighter than the old system.
Well, the other ones are like 800 million or something.
Okay, so a little, about 20% more,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. Yeah. That was funny. I've got a picture on my website of night landing. I took it with black and white film. It was like 3200 ASA film. It was just like night landings. You need as much power as you can get. And some guy saw this picture on my website, and he wrote me, and I guess he was one of the photographers out at Edwards and stuff, and he was asking me if it was his picture, you know, and so I was like, no, this is one I took and stuff, because he was
I thought
like,
it was his, huh?
yeah, for some reason he thought it was his. I mean, it was funny because it's a black and white shot, and he was actually shooting a color, and so he was shooting like 1,000 ASA color film, and it's like, no, this is a 3,200 ASA black and white. So, but yeah, we got in a little conversation about it. So it was just sort of interesting that he's just like, no, it's not your picture. This is mine. Yeah. If it's somebody else's photo on my site, it's well identified. I don't take people's pictures and stuff. You know, it's my own. That's not right. So.
Everywhere you go, you seem to run into that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I wonder if there's something you can, some identifying mark you can put on that, classify it.
Yeah, well, a lot of people have, you know, their photos and stuff, and they'll put, you know, for a physical photo, you can put a stamp on it or something like that, a copyright stamp or things, you know. But, you know, it's pretty well identified. Like my website, I've got, you know, just tons of different pages for different things, shuttles, all these other things, yeah. Yeah, Mach25media.com. Actually, if you go to the website, you can check it out. You'll actually see the little symbol, the X-15 insignia that I did. You can click on that, and it'll show you just a little bit about the book. I don't have a lot on there because, of course, I want to keep it for the book.
Sure.
But there's just a few photos, but I've got a list of all the people that I've talked to and stuff like that. So there's a guy I'm actually working with who's over in Sweden, of all places, who's doing some computer modeling of the X-15, which is really nice. And there's a couple of his shots of the X-15 on there that were generated on computer. So, but you can also, I do the aerospace photography, and I do writing, and I also do modeling photography. So my site is sort of an eclectic blend of all this different stuff. So,
So you have a photography studio in Palmdale or Lancaster?
no, I'm down in Orange County and stuff.
Okay,
So,
I
yeah.
thought that's what Dave started.
Oh, no. Well, I do photography and stuff, but I don't actually have a studio. I actually work outdoors most of the time. Again,
Oh, I see.
if you check out that area of my website, you'll see like the models that I work with and stuff. I usually like to work outside. I do some work in studio, but not as much fun in the studio.
What, did you ask about Dave Stoddard? Is that your question?
No,
Yeah.
he went, saw Dave yesterday.
Yeah, so I've seen Dave several times. He's the one who put me in touch with you,
Right.
so Dave's been an invaluable resource.
He's a great guy.
Oh, yeah, he's wonderful. Went out to his home last night out there, and almost in the middle of nowhere there off of 80th Street or whatever
really?
it is.
80th and what?
80th and D. Avenue D.
80th and
Yeah.
D.
Yeah. He's actually on C10, so it's just north of
This is
Avenue
all
D.
east
Yeah.
or west?
Well, it's about, what, 5 miles west of the 14 freeway. I think he's still listed as Lancaster, but it's way out in the boonies of Lancaster.
It would still be Lancaster, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. Yeah, you said they were the first people out there to build. Now there's a whole bunch of people building out in that area. Beautiful.
There is.
Beautiful
Big
house.
Yeah,
Oh, it's an absolutely gorgeous place. I couldn't believe that place. And yeah, just covered all, because he builds a lot of things. He's built a lot of the display cases that are used out at the
Yeah,
Edwards
yeah, you told me
Museum.
that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a real Renaissance guy. He does all this stuff. So,
He was out at the Christmas party at Dryden, and he asked me if he would be interested in being interviewed.
yeah.
That's how I fit. That's when I asked him.
Yeah, he put me in touch with Wade Martin. That's the other guy that
Oh, did he?
he got for me. So, yeah, I originally met him at that big group interview that I did down in Lancaster. When we had
okay.
the 17 guys together, and then we've kept in touch. And he mails me big packages full of things and whatever, and so we're sending stuff back and forth. And so, yeah, I've been very, very helpful stuff from him. He's been great. So as I get to meet you guys and stuff, I want to make sure your name is Bryen, right?
AN.
A-N, I'm sorry, okay. I wasn't quite sure on that. Always want to make sure everything right, so Bryan. So the standard one, that was what, I was thinking that, yeah, the E-N, I must have misunderstood over the phone, so, okay. Definitely want to make sure everybody is spelled correctly. Yeah. And you share a name. Townsend is the name for the fictional character in the pilot in Flight of the Phoenix.
Is that right?
Remember Jimmy Stewart, the original movie? They redid it and stuff. I guess
Sure.
they used the same name, but yeah, his name was Townsend. I forgot what his first name was offhand, but yeah. So you got a famous name from Jimmy Stewart too.
Well, there's several names that are Townsend that are pretty famous, and by their own hook, I guess.
Yeah.
The paper bag company.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Paper bag company. a fitting, a prosthesis fitting
Yeah.
that would make you, you know, hold you like this when you got to be held like that.
Oh, okay.
They make all of these weird things to hold you in a certain situation.
Okay.
Anyway, it's called Townsend's Enterprise Incorporated in Bakersfield off of Easton.
Yeah.
And my poor little mama doll has had polio many hundred years ago.
Yeah.
And so was introduced to him. She has to hold her arm like this. Now it's all right to the point now where she uses it
Yeah.
barely uses it. But if she had to, she could go back and use it, or he could make another one for her.
Uh-huh.
So what, since you're being recorded, it wasn't quite 100 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
You may want to rephrase
Oh, I
that.
understand.
If she hears that,
Saved my life a second time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, so-
Yeah, it's always interesting when you go back and find out who's in your past or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, that's what, I have one semi-famous person in our background. My mom's side is, my dad is Evans, my mom's side is Bainbridge. And is my great-great-grandfather, I think it's two greats, he was an admiral in World War I and has a ship in the Navy named after him.
After, what's his name?
Bainbridge?
Brainbed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first nuclear-powered frigate, guided missile frigate.
Sure.
Yeah, that was cool. I remember being in the Smithsonian one time and saw this huge model. It was, I know, who did that? That was sort of cool, yeah.
Yeah, the Smithsonian has a model of the Enterprise, the CVN-65.
Yeah.
That ship I was on.
Oh, yeah, and the Air and Space Museum, is that the one that they've got up?
Right.
Yeah, some guy bought that, or built that and donated or whatever. I remember reading the whole thing about how long it took him to build that. And that's an amazing,
It is amazing.
yeah, beautiful stuff. Models and stuff myself, so
Yeah.
I can understand what he went through. I usually don't build a lot of stuff from scratch like he did, like that. I build kits and things, and I'll do a lot of modifications to make them correct and things. But had fun. Like I built a model of an X-15 one time, and it was just the standard X-15, so I had to cut it open and extend it to make it into the A2 version and all that. Built some tanks out of wood and stuff and mounted them up there, and so that was fun.
Somebody built a model of the P-52-008 with the X-43 and the missile underneath it.
Yeah.
And we have that. I don't know where they put it. I don't know if they put it over in the museum or where, but it's a beautiful model. It's about, it must be 4 feet
Oh yeah.
wide at
Oh
least.
geez. Yeah.
It's huge.
That's huge. Yeah.
Speaking of that, they're going to start, a couple of weeks, they're going to move 008 out to the north gate of Edwards.
I saw some pictures about that of what it was supposed to look like out
That's
there.
actually supposed to happen pretty soon.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They're going to lower the tail, and
Yeah.
I have no idea how they're going to get it out there.
Yeah. It was like the old days when they used to have to, before they had the demate facility at Palmdale, and they used to have to take the shuttle from
Right.
Palmdale
Sure.
up 10th Street East and stuff, and all the way up to Edwards. And I was out there a couple times. I was out there for the rollout of Discovery.
Oh, were
And
you?
basically you walk next to it for I don't know how many miles, taking pictures and stuff. And I remember they stopped at one point and everybody was running into the 7-Eleven to get some food and things, and the shuttle parked out in front of 7-Eleven.
That's been a good picture.
Oh yeah, I got that one. That was a neat time, yeah.
Yeah, that saved, apparently that saved NASA quite a bit of money to build that road. That was
Yeah.
somebody's idea.
Yeah.
It was a good idea.
Yeah.
build the road out there, and then go across Roseman Dry Lake.
Yeah. Yeah, it was almost too bad when they put the facility there right at Palmdale, so they could just pop it right off and take it into the hangar when they were doing the refurbishment and stuff, because
Sure.
they didn't have that transport, because it was just neat to watch that happen. Yeah. Another piece of history gone. And of course, when they were going to launch the shuttle from Vandenberg, which never happened, and they had the same thing up there where they had to cut down the foam pole. They had stop signs that were like this high off
Right.
the ground and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, from the landing facility to the checkout facility and stuff. Yeah.
Just somebody was telling me that they took a mock-up, put it on a flatbed or something, put PVC pipe, and they had
Yeah.
to drive the path.
Oh, I
Had
would like to
anything
have seen a
down, got
picture of
this
that
way.
model. Yeah. Yeah. PVC space shuttle. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Girls go.
They went shopping
In whose car?
in Nancy's.
Oh.
The Beamer.
Nancy took,
The pizza is ready if you're
would you
interested.
like a,
Sure. Yeah. That'd be great. Sure.
It's a 12-bottle cascade, high-pressure cascade. High pressure at that point was 3,000 psi.
Uh-huh.
So it was probably a 3,000 psi cascade. And this GI out there, it was, you know, he's going yakety 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 yakety, talking to everybody and everything, and there was no women involved, so you couldn't blame him on that. So he said, "Yeah, see you guys later," and he hops in his truck, puts that sucker in gear, and pulls that damn service line right in two. So now here's a 3,000 psi service line out there that's going wham, 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 wham against the sides of the tin building.
Yeah.
What, the tin building over here holding the Cascade in the shelter, and a tin shelter over here to hang the rest of the X-15 crap in. So it's going whang, 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 and here comes Hammy, and he's got his britch just halfway up, and he's going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and every time he takes an oh shit, he hops.
Yeah.
Oh shit, oh shit. And we laughed at him until he got mad about it.
Oh, I can see, yeah. Yeah, let me mark that one down and change that
Gotta
one
be.
here. Hamilton.
What?
What's that guy that used to work with Ray White? What's his name? He's in there.
Oh,
The guy that kind of stuttered.
Anybody else there?
This magnified horrible.
Yeah, see, it's not the original photo, so it's, yeah, you're not gonna,
It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
His face
he was
is
the
blurry.
engineer that stuttered, right? No, I mean, you say the guy that worked with him, worked with Ray White.
Yeah, when I was there.
Yeah,
What is it?
he wasn't? Oh, okay.
Ah, I can't remember.
Well, we had a,
You know, that guy looks like he has glasses on, kinda. Byron didn't wear glasses, did he?
Who?
Byron Gibbs.
You know, that's,
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
It kinda looks like him, but it's hard to tell.
yeah.
This question mark over Bob Wimpner, I think it's correct.
Okay,
I'm sure it is.
okay.
hi Brenda.
I'll mark that one off then.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And Felix Lasavitas. I'd have
Oh,
to
okay.
say that's
And
him.
what?
Okay.
I can do that, or yeah, tomorrow morning. I can do that, or I can give it to you. All right, which would be better?
So what were you doing, bags of peroxide in the desert now?
I don't think I'd done that.
Well, I heard stories of it, so.
Yeah? What were they doing
Well,
there?
that, you know, peroxide, touches something, it catches on fire.
Yeah,
And they put
Yeah,
peroxide.
something organic.
They'd put it in a plastic bag and throw it. And when it hit the ground, it would explode. Well, it'd cause a big fireball.
yeah. Yeah, it's for the Air Force crew for the B-52, I believe. A couple of pilots, Charlie Bach and Jack Allaby. Don't know the rest of the guys.
Alavi?
Those the crew guys too?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all B-52 crew.
Both of the tanks.
Uh-huh.
And then, of course, when he rotated, he was hot and heavy.
Yeah, yeah,
When he touched down, and one of the landing gear collapsed.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, no,
And
that,
it done it right on touchdown. It just
yeah, yeah.
collapsed.
What
out from
airplane is
under.
it?
The number 2.
Number 2, when Jack McKay was flying it, and
Was that before we
then one of
changed?
the airplane went sideways, and one of the wings caught in, and it flipped over on its back.
Yeah,
That,
But again, after when it was flipping over, he got rid of the canopy.
yeah, yeah. Now, I always wonder what would have happened if he hadn't done the can. Of course, he was afraid he was going to get stuck in the airplane, but then on the other hand, it ended up basically landing on his head, which
Right.
caused the compression of the spine and all the other problems, which eventually many years later led to his death. So it was,
Uh,
well, the impact that you're talking about the fuel and oxidizer being too far at each extremity, that could not have happened.
No, he was nose down. He went to the forward part of each tank.
No, it wouldn't have.
Well,
Well, because there's a stepping system in the tank that would
yeah.
take everything and push it to the suction side of everything, so everything been sitting right in the center.
Okay.
Now, whether that.
But anyway, he
whether-
didn't get it all, because when he jettisoned, he couldn't get all the fuel out,
Yeah,
whatever it was.
yeah. That's what I was told was different on
But whether
aircraft.
I was telling you a story that happened much later, that I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was you told?
Well, on aircraft 3, after the engine test stand accident, they had to rebuild the whole back end of it. And John McTeague was telling me that one of the things that he added to that aircraft, which were never added to the other aircraft, were some bleed valves on those, so they could really empty those tanks completely, because there was always something down in the bottom that was not going to get sucked down to jettison and stuff. So that aircraft 3 was definitely different from that they could clean those tanks out real easy.
Even Ship 2's external tanks were built that way.
Yeah, yeah. So they definitely learned by the problem that they had on the first 2 aircraft and fixed that. Yeah.
But that could have happened on the airplane itself because it hadn't been done. Well, the reason I was so familiar with it is that we did a lot of test work on the feed system.
Uh-huh.
So we transferred water,
Yeah.
our normal medium. We transferred water from one tank to the other, and I was just like stair-stepping, you know. When I got through, it blew bubbles.
Ah.
And the same thing with the other tank. It would sit there and it would blow fuel, if you will, hot water, whatever you call it. And just stair-step it out until it got it all empty. There was no more left, and it would blow bubble. And first time that we discovered we had a problem, we had a fellow by the name of Zirac, and
Oh, thank you.
Zeke had a cigar snuff in his mouth, and he says, "Chief, it's thumping! Chief, it's thumping! It's thumping!"
Oh,
Yeah, it was so funny. Anyway, we spent a bunch of nights and days and nights and days trying to figure out why it was thumping. And when they figured out it was that bulkhead, that transfer line had torn loose from the bulkhead, and that's where it was thumping from.
oh,
Yeah.
So you're purging it is what you're doing?
Pardon?
You're purging the
Yeah.
tank with water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We were sitting there on the ground. We purged it night after night after night. It was just they'd fix whatever they thought it was during the day, and then we'd run it through a test at night. And then we'd have tests of our own. Maybe we'd have ideas of our own, and we just go back and forth while figuring out what was hopefully the problem was. And I don't remember who figured the problem out, but it was figured out. It was sure a blessing, because it sure tore into my sleep, I'll say that.
Did you normally work a night shift, or you usually work
No,
days?
night shift didn't have anything to do with it. It's just that took that much work.
Yeah, yeah,
Went
yeah.
into the night.
Yeah. I mean, did you have to work nights quite often, or was that unusual?
No, not a whole lot of nights.
Yeah. Yeah. Was there a full second shift usually?
No.
No. Okay.
yeah. NASA, we had a second shift for a while.
Okay.
A full one?
Yeah, I had yeah, full cruise on the X-15 program, and some of the chase aircraft too. Had a night shift there until, I'm gonna say about 1966.
Yeah, that was certainly the bulk of the program up to that point. Yeah. Yeah. And it started tapering
And
off.
then they went to just strictly day shift.
Well, I know we worked mostly days, but when we had to, we worked nights. That's about the best I can remember about it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
There's a couple of guys in there by the name of Jerry Laird.
Uh-huh.
And your instrumentation stand up
Mm-hmm.
in front of the number 2 tank. One of those guys in there is Laird.
Okay. Okay, I'll take a look at that, and maybe I can jog somebody else's memory too. Now, do you know Bob Hoey? Oh, okay, yeah, he's one of the ops engineers. I'm gonna be talking to him later this afternoon here in a couple hours. So, yeah,
Is ops engineer on the X-15?
yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah, yeah. He actually works. He just retired. He worked for Burt Rutan for a while. He helped build the Spaceship One and stuff out here, and then just retired after they finished all those flights. So. Yeah, but he was on the ops engineer. He also went on to the X-20 program. He left X-15 to go to X-20, so was on Dinosaur for a while before that got canceled. So many programs get canceled. Yeah, yeah. Were there any other times you were talking about earlier, doing some like practical jokes or whatever when you were spraying people down, things like that, using those water pipes? Anything else like that you were doing out there?
Well, one thing about it is when you pour it on, let's just say you got a 2x4 and it's like this, and you pour it on this end of the 2x4, it'll run plumb to the other end of that 2x4 before it'll take flame.
What, peroxide?
Hydrogen peroxide. It's not instant flammable on a 2x4.
Yeah.
But turn it sideways for a, what do you call them? What do you call boards that are put together?
Laminate?
Oh, laminated.
Plywood?
Yeah.
Plywood.
Okay.
You put plywood out there, and man, that's instant also.
Oh yeah.
But the most fun of all is to have a very big, enormous pile of
Tumbleweeds.
tumbleweeds. Take the lid off of the biggest jar you can find
Yeah.
and fling it, and then run like hell. Don't bother looking back.
Well, I remember one time with North American, and at night shift, they would bring the guys down in a bus from where they park their cars and stuff like that. And hot afternoon one time, of course, all the windows are open on this little bus, you know.
Yeah.
And the guys out there were waiting for them. They had the fire hose out. Here come the driver with the bus, and from both sides. He just had the fire hose open, and he drove right past them, right through all of the open windows.
Oh, gee. That'd cool people off. Yeah.
Piss people
Oh, I
off.
loved it.
Cool
Yeah.
people off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it must have been fun to work out there in those days, that's for sure.
I brought a big sack of big blue olives in there. They turn black, you know. And I brought this enormous sack in. Everybody looked at them. Ooh, they looked good. And they took it, go off, and they take it and go off, and pretty soon you'd see guys eating them.
Yeah.
And have you ever eaten olives?
Yeah.
that haven't been
cured.
cured?
Oh, not cured,
Not
yeah.
cured.
Ah.
That's fun.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that,
What would happen to them? What happens to you? Does it sort of cramp up your stomach, or?
I don't
oh,
know
no,
if
they
anybody
just,
ever had
they're
enough.
bitter.
Oh, they're bitter. Ah,
yes,
okay.
they
I don't know if anybody ever ate any.
Ah, okay.
They could get them down maybe half a bite, but that'd be the end.
That
of
was it, yeah.
Yeah, you start,
In our house in Little Rock, we had the front yard, well, not the front yard, but this Avenue U was lined with olive trees. That's where he's getting the
Ah,
olives.
Okay.
If you go by there right now, they're everywhere.
Oh, yeah?
That street's full of them.
All right. Yeah.
I guess I didn't know how much influence I had on my son, but throwing olives. Did you take him to school, by the way?
What? Olives?
Olives.
I don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
I used to throw them, yeah.
so,
Yeah. Learn all the good tricks from your dad. Yeah.
yep. How you doing, buddy?
I'm hurting like hell.
Well, I should probably let you get going here and stuff. I've got to head back down and talk to Bob. I'd like to spend a little bit of time and shoot some pictures and stuff, so if that's okay. But as I say, I really appreciate you taking time and stuff, and